Welcome back to the third section of the class. This is Ielts class. And in this class, we are going to study the vocabularies, vocab situation making, and vocab definition study. And these are the old vocabularies, but we need to study again in order to make sure that you understand everything clearly and you are able to create situations for each word that you have studied with me. The third word that we need to review is the word determine, and the fourth word that is the luận. Let's start. Okay, so this is the third word today. Okay, it is determine. I can use the word determine for like I determine success, or I determine the process of something, or I determine the rules of something, or I determine the reasons for something, or I determine the consequences for something. These are the words for you to use determine with. So here comes in the situation. First, what is determine in English? We have Vietnamese meaning like written, but this is not decide. Written here is for things, okay, for situation in English. And if you would use the word decide, it's going to be people decide something or human beings decide something. For example, I decide to have online classes with you guys today, although I feel stuck in my ideas and my lectures. So you use the word decide for people, for human beings. But if you want to use written for things, for situations, you use the word determine. So here are my examples for the word determine. What is happiness? For me to be able to teach and to be able to stand in the class is my happiness. That is how I determine happiness. I determine happiness by my ability to teach and by my ability to lecture in English. If I am able to lecture in English, or if I am able to explain or to present something in English, that is my happiness. So my happiness is very simple. And I determine my happiness by English success. That is it. And for people, people usually ask me, how can I succeed in life? I am young. I am still very young. I am only at the age of 32 years old. And for me, at the age of 32 years old, I can say that I haven't succeeded in anything. So for me, to determine success, I can say that every day, waking up early, starting a class, studying with many different kinds of students, and having students to succeed in English or to pass all kinds of English degrees are my success. So this is how I determine success. I determine success based on the results of my English students. Yeah. And here I use the word causes. Cause here it is what makes the problems, what brings up the problems. That is the cause. So if you have an accident, you are gonna ask people like, what is the cause for this accident? Or what is the cause of this accident? So you are going to determine the cause, okay, by looking around for evidence or by checking out everything on the crowd in order to find the evidence that make sure that these are the causes for the accidents. Root, it is not about the root of the tree. It is not about the root of the plants. Root here, people are going to use the word root for problems, the root of the problem. So here, if you want to solve problems, you need to ask yourself, what is the root of the problem? You need to determine the root of the problem. You understand the root of the problem. You know what the root of the problem is. Here you are at this moment, you know how to solve the problem. That is determine the root of the problems. The second meaning for the word determine, that is second. You witness something, or you second something. Determine the reasons. Why do you want to give up? You need to determine the reasons for your giving up. Some people say that English is so difficult, I'm going to give up, but why? You study the wrong way, or you study with the wrong teacher, or you can say that you don't have, you don't have enough, you don't have strong motive for you to study English. You say that whenever I start, I feel very tired, I feel very bored. Why do you feel bored when you know that English is going to bring lots of money to you in the future, right? So if you know that if you study that thing, and that thing is going to help you get lots of money in the future, why do you feel bored, right? If you study with the wrong teacher, tell your parents that that teacher is so stupid, that teacher is so unsuitable, I cannot study with that teacher, and give the good reasons why you cannot study with that teacher. So you need to determine the reasons for your giving up. And here are the consequences. Consequences. Vietnamese study is hậu quả. So here, if you do something wrong, someday consequences will come to you, and you will pay for what you have done. That is how things happen in life. If you do something wrong, one day you are gonna suffer, and you are gonna feel very hurt because you do that thing. Yeah, you cannot say that, no, I don't do that. No, I reject, okay, everything that you say. No, I refuse, okay, everything that I have done. That is wrong. So one day you are gonna stand here, you are gonna sit here, and you are gonna feel, oh, I am so wrong. And you are gonna welcome the consequences. You cannot escape from the consequences. So before you do something, you need to determine the consequences for your actions. If you do that thing, is it bad or good? If you say that thing, is it a good saying or the bad saying? If you say something like this, is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna hurt other people? So if the thing that you are going to say, if you're saying is gonna hurt other people, you need to determine the consequences of your sayings. If you say something and that hurts people, one day those class of people are going to say something back to you, and you are going to feel much hurter than they feel. That is how things happen in our life. The second thing, okay, the fourth word today, that is the word dilute. It's very easy for you to pronounce this word. Dilute, okay? Dilute, Vietnamese, it means giảm, cắt giảm. I can say that I try to dilute negative, my negative perspectives. The way you think about something is called perspective. Or the bad thoughts, okay, your bad thoughts, or your bad mindset. Mindset is how your brain works. People have different mindsets. Some people love to think about other things in a good way, but some people tend to think about other things in a bad way. That is how our mindsets work. So if we have bad thoughts, okay, bad thoughts. If we have bad thoughts, we need to dilute our bad thoughts by changing the way that we think about something. For example, if you are free and your parents say that, hello, okay, you are free today, so why don't you book more English classes with your English teacher? You want to sit down and you are gonna think like, oh, I am so lazy and I don't want to do anything on my free day. But please remember one thing: when you are free, another student is hardworking. When you don't want to do other thing, but another student learns more new words than you. When you don't want to study, but another student study more classes than you. And then one day, she or he gets the degree in English, the best IELTS, the best Cambridge, the best TOEIC, and you have nothing. And your scores are very low. So that is your negative thoughts, your negative perspectives. Just like me, whenever I teach, I feel like, oh, but I want to teach. I just want to sit, watch, and learn things on my iPad. And those kind of thoughts make me unable to begin the English classes. I feel very sorry for myself, but I also feel very relaxed. I love being off. I love I love relaxing by myself. I don't want to work. I don't want to teach. And those negative thoughts, those negative mindsets are gonna make me unable to work. And if I am unable to work, I'm gonna stop everything. So that is very, very dangerous when you continuously and unstoppably have negative mindsets and negative perspectives. Yeah. So what do we need to do to dilute, to reduce those kinds of negative thoughts, negative perspectives? The only way for you to dilute those kind of thoughts by, you need to start to take actions. Stop thinking, start to take actions. Stand up, get out of your bed, start to take actions. Don't think much, don't feel much, don't trust your thoughts, don't trust your emotions. Start to take actions. This is the only way for you to dilute the negative thoughts. When you think too much, stop thinking, start to take actions. When you feel too much, don't trust your feelings. Don't trust your emotions. Those are the fake emotions you have because you are so bad. So don't trust anything from you. Start to take actions. Actions are going to save your day. Actions are going to save everything that you negatively prepare for yourself. So that is my situation for the word determine and also my situation for the word dilute. And after I lecture, I am going to give you guys 15 minutes to write to write two paragraphs. The first paragraph is for determine. The second paragraph is for dilute. Please try to write two paragraphs within 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, submit your work on Zalo for me, okay? Right now, let's go.